Let me tell you something that may surprise you. The biggest mistake Spanish learners make isn't pronunciation. It isn't grammar. It isn't vocabulary. It's trying to sound perfect. Because when we try to be perfect, we become afraid to make mistakes. We start speaking more slowly, we apologize, we overthink every word, and suddenly we don't sound confident anymore. Let me show you the difference. No hablo muy bien español. Estoy aprendiendo español. Can you hear the difference? Both sentences are true, but they don't communicate the same message. One sounds insecure, the other sounds confident. Because confidence is not about speaking perfectly, it's about communicating with intention. Let me show you something that many students don't realize. Speaking fast doesn't make you sound fluent. In fact, it does the opposite. When we rush, we stop breathing, we stop listening, we stop connecting. Hola, mucho gusto. Me llamo Sonia. Soy de Colombia. ¿Cómo estás? Pausa. Hola, mucho gusto. Me llamo Sonia. ¿Cómo estás? Do you guys notice the difference? I wasn't speaking perfectly. I was giving every word the attention it deserved. Presence begins before your first word. It begins with your breathing, with your posture, and with your smile. After teaching Spanish for almost 30 years, I noticed something over and over again. The students who slow down communicate better. Not because they know more Spanish, but because they're fully present. So next time you speak Spanish, don't focus on speaking faster. Focus on connecting better. Let me tell you something I've observed for years. Before my students say a single word, I can often tell how confident they feel. Hola. Hola, mucho gusto. Same words, completely different message. So for about 30 years, I watched this happen again and again. So students didn't become more fluent, they became more comfortable. And when they became more comfortable, they communicated better. When you stand a little taller, relax your shoulders, take a deep breath, and smile naturally, you don't just look more confident. You often begin to feel more confident too. That's why I don't teach students to simply memorize Spanish. I teach them to communicate with confidence, culture, and with presence. Because people don't connect with perfect Spanish. They connect with genuine presence. Before we finish, let me share one last lesson from my country. I'm Colombian. And one of the things that I love most about my culture is the way we make people feel welcome. In Colombia, people don't expect perfect Spanish. They appreciate your effort, your curiosity, your smile, and your willingness to speak. So, if you are waiting until your Spanish is perfect before you start speaking, don't. Start today. Speak today. Connect today. Because confidence doesn't begin when your Spanish becomes perfect. Confidence begins the moment you decide to use your voice. One conversation, one smile, one word at a time. If this video encouraged you, I would like to know. Leave me a comment below. Tell me what's one thing that you're gonna do differently the next time you speak Spanish. And if you'd like to keep learning, don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sonia Rodriguez. Thank you for being here. And remember, people may forget the words you use, but they will always remember how you made them feel. Nos vemos en la próxima lección. Chao, chao.